just ready. I'm just waiting for Martha to come out. I am. Okay. Unfortunately, Andre is not going to be here, so we'll run this as efficiently as can be. Would like to call the New Shoreham Town Council meeting as the New Shoreham Board of License Commissioners today, Thursday, November 3rd, 2022 at 4:01. Pretty close. So first, we're going to go through liquor licenses, and then at the end of that, we'll go through outdoor entertainment licenses.
Sven, Nick Solitro, can you hear me?
Yep, Nick, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Beautiful.
I just have a couple housekeeping matters if you'll entertain me.
He is on Zoom, but you can't see him. Yes?
Yeah, I feel I have the great and powerful Oz element. So I just wanted to address, we have two matters where we're looking for a continuance by agreement. That's by agreement between the applicant and the town. Those would be to a date certain. That's required since these matters are advertised. And they would be Shoreham Inc.'s Class BV beverage license application, as well as their outdoor entertainment license application. And the date that we would be looking for is 1 week from today, 11/10/22 at 4 p.m. And we would just need a motion from the board for that.
Actually, Nick, you jumped in, and I appreciate that. But actually, we're going to, when we get to that, which will be on the agenda, we're going to actually make it, I believe, November 10th at 1 p.m.
Okay.
So that they can get on the ferry both ways.
Oh, I'm sure that won't be a problem.
Yes? Okay. So why don't we wait until we get there in the agenda, if you're okay with that?
That's fine with me. I just had, and then one other matter that came up while I stole the floor from you is there was a question presented to the solicitor's office regarding the board's ability to discuss and address open containers and the issue of open containers on the island. That's well within your purview to discuss and address it. Our suggestion would be to do so at a meeting similar to this. I would suggest that same date, November 10th, 2022 at 1 p.m. So that can be advertised as a discuss and act item consistent with the Open Meetings Act. So our suggestion is when you adjourn today to continue this properly advertised meeting to 11/10/22 at 1 p.m. for consideration of that additional agenda item. And I'm sure Millie will do me a favor and remind us all that when we adjourn today to do so in that manner of continuing this hearing to that date certain.
Okay. Anything else, Oz?
That's it. I've been called worse. I appreciate it. That's all I have.
Okay. The shoes are under the curtain, so it's okay. That's fine. That's fine.
Thank you.
All righty. What my plan is to literally go down the list, and I think we're all probably on board here. Before we go through that, does any council member have anything they want to say?
Yeah, I have just one thing on maybe it's my personal approach to this, but I hope that everyone has the representative here, barring hardship or a suitable representative, or you can pretty much guarantee that it's not going to get my favorable vote. This license, like so many other licenses on the island, are a privilege, not a right. And I believe that as a result, a suitable representative, and not the primary representative, barring hardship, should be here.
Thank you.
Did we just, we're going to continue until when?
Thursday the 10th at 1 p.m.
Well, why would, if just, we have someone who's not here, why don't we just continue it until that date?
I like that. Good idea. So what I will do is I'll make a motion, and I'd like to make sure that if you can just raise your hand or stand up if you're here representing that organization, that would help us. Okay, we'll make it pretty simple. All righty. First is Maclac. A motion would be in order to renew Class A license issued to Maclac Enterprises DBA Block Island Grocery, Plat 5, Lot 12, pursuant to a site plan on file. Is anybody, thank you. I already got it. Sorry.
For the record, the name?
Ah, for the,
Amelia Galan.
and Sharon Littlefield. Thank you. Motion's made. Is there a second?
Second?
Seconded by Mark. How do we vote? Keith? Martha?
Aye.
Mark?
Aye.
Great. Me too. 4-0, unanimous. You can't leave until next Thursday at 1 o'clock, okay? A motion would be in order to renew a Class A license issued to Redbird Liquor Store, Inc., DBA Redbird Liquor Store, Plat 6, Lot 120, pursuant to a site plan on file. Is anybody here representing the business? Can you, Carrie Todd, thank you very much. Motion's made. Is there a second? Keith? Mark, how do you vote?
Aye.
Martha?
Aye.
Keith? And I am affirmative, 4-0, unanimous. Thank you, Carrie. A motion would be in order to renew Class BH license issued to Manatee's Restaurant, Inc., DBA Manatee's Restaurant, Plat 7, Lot 27, pursuant to a site plan on file, and grant permission to remain closed from December 1, 2022 to May 15, 2023, and to further require the correction of any fire code violations that the food may be available at a sandwich level as opposed to offering solely snack foods during all times alcohol beverages are sold. And the representative for Manatee's is? Blake Filippi, thank you very much. Motion made? Seconded by Keith. Mark, how do you vote?
I have one question on Blake, because this is a new license. How's it working out?
On the BH license?
Right.
Oh, thank you, Blake.
Thank you. The BH license is the beverage hotel license for mini bars. It's working out well. We had no complaints, to my knowledge, this summer from any of our neighbors. It was a nice amenity for families to come back and to have a glass of wine.
When you and your brother were here, it was talked about bringing champagne up to rooms kind of thing. Did that work?
So it's in the rooms.
Yeah.
It's in mini bars in the rooms. It did work.
Okay.
It did work, but not. It wasn't gangbusters. It was. We see it as an amenity, not something that's a separate large revenue center.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Motion made and seconded. Martha?
Aye.
Keith? Yes. Mark?
Aye.
I am affirmative as well. Thank you, Blake. That passes 4-0. Wait a minute. Amelia? I know. Okay. A motion would be made in order to renew a Class BM license issued to JJJ 13 LLC, DBA Mohegan Cafe, Plat 6, Lot 110, pursuant to a site plan on file pending receipt of a Division of Taxation clearance. Any representative of Mohegan Cafe? Chuck and Jones, thank you very, very much. And Division of Taxation clearance is the major pending. Motion made
Second.
by Mark.
Hold. The grant permission? And grant
Oh, I'm
permission?
sorry. I apologize. Excuse me. I'm going to read this back. Pursuant to a site plan on file pending receipt of a Division of Taxation clearance and grant permission to remain closed from December 1st, 2022 to March 15th, 2023, and to further require the correction of any fire code violations that the food be available at a sandwich level as opposed to offering solely snack foods during all times alcoholic beverages are sold. Now, do you want a second?
Second.
Seconded by Mark. Martha, how do you vote?
Aye.
Keith? Yes. Mark?
Aye.
And I vote in the affirmative as well. Thank you very much. And that's unanimous, 4-0. Bethany, I know. I see you've applied. Do you have a location?
Not as of yet, but I don't know what I'm going to be doing in the future. So I kind of just like to hang on to everything until I figure out what I'm going to be doing.
So, Millie, I'll look to you a little bit as the commission here. Can we approve a license without a location? Or do we make it, we can roll it over to the next meeting, but it's in a week. Or we can roll it over to when you know, and then you can come back, I guess.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think we can do it legally, without you having a place of business.
Okay, because I'm keeping all my licenses.
Can we be sure on this?
Millie?
What did the lawyers say?
Nick, do you have, Nick or James?
Sure, I think I can provide some assistance. Your liquor regulations, the town liquor regulations require identification of the exact location where this is going to occur. So it would be our suggestion that if it's feasible for the applicant to identify that and come back before the board, that would be best practice.
But how do we keep the license in place? Or how do we keep the opening there?
Do we know when the applicant will have that information available?
No.
I'm lining up all my ducks.
Next few months.
So is there a way to hold it until Bethany has a location?
We could continue, my suggestion would be to continue it to a date certain. That way you don't have to advertise it again. If Bethany does not have the information by that date, you could always continue it again.
What about, I mean, I'm worried about a date certain because I think this could be 3 weeks or it could be 3 months. And I don't mean that the wrong way. What about if we just reopen, have an issue it at a later date? Nick?
So if you're inclined, and it seems as though you want to assist the business owner there, if you're inclined to grant the application on the condition that the applicant reappear before you when they identify a location, that would be acceptable.
That's what I was looking for. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Martha.
I'm sorry, Nick. I mean, I think with all the discussions that we'll be having and have had, service area, service on lots, things like that are becoming important, and as they always have been. This seems a little strange to grant a license with future. It would seem cleaner to me to just say, Bethany, when you know, I'm looking at her, so I apologize, Nick. Bethany, when you know, come back and apply. Is there any reason that can't happen?
Other than advertising it, which is just an administrative act by the clerk's office, no, that can happen.
How would you guys?
I don't think that works with our regulations, and I'd really like to get this locked up and let the applicant has had a liquor license for how many years, Bethany? For 30 years. This is not a stranger to our community. And she lost her place of business. I really, really want to be sure this is,
Why don't we continue it until,
Yeah.
the first meeting in January? And then if Bethany doesn't have a site then, we can continue it until March and, we
I'm
can
good with that.
just keep rolling.
It seems hard to me to approve something without a place, so.
will you do it pending definition of a
I'm not
place?
worried about this applicant. I'm worried about other applicants who want to come forward at later dates and ask for the same request that she's
They're going to have
making.
to have the same circumstance.
So-
That's going to be very
I'd
unlikely.
I'd want that site plan and everything in front of me.
At that time.
You bet.
I make, if you guys are good with this, I make a motion to, what'd you say, Keith?
The second town council meeting in January.
To just move it? Or?
Hi, Keith and Glenn.
Continuing.
Okay, I make a motion to continue the application by BADCG Inc., DBA Bethany's Airport Diner to the second meeting in January 2020, January 18th, 2023.
Okay, I have another question. It's Martha again. What happens, so the December 1st expiration date won't follow this up?
Hi, Keith and Sven. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Hi, sorry about that. So just for clarity, when does this is James Callahan, when does the the license actually expire? I think, is it December 31st,
First,
January 1st? I think we should,
December.
December 1st.
December 1st. I think continuing to January would be problematic in that the license may expire on December 1st. So I think we have to address that prior to December 1st in some respect, whether it's through Nick's suggestion or some other way, because I think if we continue out past December 1st, we'd run into an issue with expiration, and then I think we have to reapply and reissue the license itself.
I'm open to any suggestions.
I like Martha's suggestion. We approve the license pending Bethany discovering a location that's acceptable to the board.
A license not to be issued until service area is defined.
That
Add
makes
to
sense.
You make that motion.
Add that to the motion is to renew a Class BVL license to BADCG Incorporated, doing business as Bethany's Airport Diner, pursuant to a site plan, pursuant to a site plan to be filed, pending receipt of menu insurance certificate, Secretary of State good standing, Division of Taxation clearance, licenses and advertising fees, and the license and to further require the correction of any fire code violations, and that food be available at a sandwich level as opposed to offering solely snack foods during all times alcoholic beverages are sold. This license is not to be issued until the service area is defined and reviewed and approved by the License Commissioning Board.
Second.
Seconded by Keith. You good? Any discussion?
That was so long. Was one of those stipulations approval of the site plan or just submission of the site plan?
It was acceptable to, approved by the Board of License.
Thank you.
The approval was of site plan to be filed.
Thank you.
Motion made and seconded. Keith?
Yes.
Martha?
Aye.
I'm an aye. Mark?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Sorry about that, but I think it's important. Nope. A motion would be in order to renew Class BBL license issued to Block Island Cookie Company LLC, Plat 5, Lot 64-1, pursuant to a site plan on file, and grant permission to remain closed December 1st, 2022 to May 30th, 2023, and December 1, 2023 to November 30th, 2023, and to further require the correction of any fire code violations and that food be available at a sandwich level as opposed to offering solely snack foods during all times alcoholic beverages are sold. Motion made. Seconded by Keith. Discussion? Mark, how do you vote?
Aye.
Martha?
I was just going to ask a question.
Oh,
Is this
sorry.
going to happen this year, do you think, Kimberly? This one? Okay. Yeah?
Motion made and seconded. Mark, how do you vote?
Aye.
Keith?
Yes.
Martha? I'm an aye as well. Unanimous pass. Sorry about that, Keith. Motion would be made in order to renew a Class BBL license issued to Block Island Pizza Company LLC, DBA Block Island Pizza Company, Plat 6, Lot 134, pursuant to a site plan on file, and grant permission to remain closed December 1st, 2022 to May 1st, 2023, and October 1, 2023 to November 30th, 2023, and to further require the correction of any fire code violations and that food be available at a sandwich level as opposed to offering solely snack foods during all times alcoholic beverages are sold. Is anybody here for Pizza Company? Can you just announce yourself?
Kathleen Harrington.
Kathleen, thank you for being here. Motion made? Seconded by Keith. Questions?
Kathleen, I haven't been to the pizza shop for a while. How are you associated with the?
I work for Kevin
Mhm.
Finn. He has several businesses, and I kind of am office administrator. We don't have labels, so
Okay.
I take care of all the licenses.
Thank you.
Motion made and seconded. Martha?
Aye.
Keith? Yes. Mark?
Aye.
I'm an aye as well. Thank you very much. Unanimous. Passes. Motion be in order to renew a Class BV license issued to Block Island Resorts, Inc. No, no, yes. Yeah, but do I need to recuse? I should recuse, so I'm just walking away from it.
Motion to be in order to renew a Class BV license issued to Block Island Resorts Incorporated doing business as the 1661 Inn, Plat 7, Lot 7 pursuant to a site plan on file pending receipt of Division of Taxation Division of Taxation clearance and grant permission for dancing? Really? To remain closed from December 1st, 2022 to May 1st, 2023, and October 1st, 2023 to November 30th, 2023, and to further require the correction of any fire code violations and that food be available at a sandwich level as opposed to offering solely snack foods during all the times alcoholic beverages are sold. For the record, who is here representing 16, Black Island Resorts Incorporated? Seth Draper. Thank you, Seth.
Second.
Okay, all, any questions, comments? All in favor, Mark?
Aye.
Keith? Aye. So voted.
Sven abstained.
Sven abstained. Thank you, Seth. Thank you, Seth.
Motion would be in order to renew a Class BV license issued to Aldo's Place, Inc., DBA Aldo's Restaurant and Pizza, Plat 6, Lot 89, pursuant to a site plan on file pending receipt of Division of Taxation clearance and granting permission for dancing to remain closed from November 30th, 2022 to April 1st, 2023, and October 1, 2023 to November 30th, 2023, and to further require the correction of any fire code violation that food be available at a sandwich level as opposed to offering solely snack foods during all times alcoholic beverages are sold. Motion made. Seconded by Keith. Is anybody here from Aldo's? Can you just announce yourself? Thank you very much. Mark, how do you vote?
I have a question. There's a long-standing and outstanding notice of violation on that property. Is there any way we can include in our possible approval the immediate correction of that notice of violation?
We are meeting as the Board of License Commissioners. So, just reflecting on that.
Nick or James, not to discount your opinion, Sven, but Nick or James, is there any way we can finally get some teeth into notices of violations on Block Island?
Mark, I was at the council meeting when this was addressed most recently. My concern is in doing so in this manner would take away from the applicant's appellate rights on that issue. I don't think it would be appropriate for the board to do so. So it's my opinion that this wouldn't be the forum to make sure that enforcement action happens. I can represent having looked into this and that this is pending at the administrative level, the town level, going through the normal appeals process. Again, I don't think that the Board of License Commissioners should consider that issue.
Considering this has been an issue for over a year, it will reflect in my decision.
Okay. Any other discussion?
This is outside the area of liquor service, isn't it? The carousel is the issue, is outside the area of liquor service, isn't it?
Yes.
Thank you.
I just want to make sure you said that, not anybody else. All righty, motion made and seconded. Keith, how do you vote? Yes. Martha, how do you vote?
Aye.
Mark, how do you vote?
Nay.
I vote affirmative, so it's 3-1 for the granting of the license. Thank you. A motion be in order to renew Class BV license issue to ABM Inc., DBA The Atlantic Inn, Plat 8, Lot 258, pursuant to a site plan on file, and grant permission to remain closed from December 1, 2022 to May 1, 2023, and November 1, 2023 to November 30th, 2023, and to further require the correction of any fire code violations and that food be available at a sandwich level as opposed to offering solely snack foods during all times alcoholic beverages are sold. Motion made, seconded by Keith. Any discussion?
Who's the rep?
I saw Mr. Martins come in here, but could you announce yourself, Mr. Martins? I'm He's repping himself. Keith, how do you vote? Martha?
Aye.
Mark?
Aye.
I vote in affirmative as well. Thank you, Brad, for being here. And that passes 4-0. The next motion is regarding Shoreham Inc., DBA Ballard's Inn. That is going to be continued. We already discussed this for everybody to Thursday, November 10th at 1 p.m. That will be issued as well. And this meeting will be continued, but that will be the time for meetings. So if anybody wants to come, they know about
Do
it.
we need to make a motion?
Yeah.
I'll make a motion to continue this application to November 10th at 1 p.m.
Martha, or somebody
Second.
Seconded by Martha. Mark, how do you vote?
Aye.
Keith?
Yes.
Martha?
Aye.
Aye as well, 4-0, continuing to 1 p.m. on the 10th.
And Representative is here.
Mr. Filippi is here representing that business. Sorry, thank you, Martha. Motion to be in order to renew a Class BV license issued to Beachhead 2 LLC DBA, the Beachhead, Plat 5, Lot 7-2, pursuant to a site plan on file pending receipt of Division of Taxation clearance and granting permission to remain closed from December 1, 2022 to May 25th, 2023, and September 11th, 2023 to November 30th, 2023, and to further require correction of any fire code violations and that food be available at a sandwich level as opposed to offering solely snack foods during all times alcoholic beverages are sold.
Second.
Seconded by Keith. Is there a could you announce yourself, please? Michaela Wilson. And your relationship to the establishment? Is a manager of the establishment. Thanks, Michaela. Motion made and seconded. Any discussion? Mark, how do you vote?
Aye.
Keith?
Yes.
Martha?
Aye.
I vote in the affirmative as well. Thank you very much for coming. 4-0 unanimous. Motion would be in order to renew a Class BV license issued to 32 Dodge Street, Block Island, OPCO LLC, DBA, Block Island Beach House, Plat 6, Lot 143, pursuant to a site plan on file pending receipt of Division of Taxation clearance, site plan sign-off, and grant permission to remain closed from October 15, 2022 to May 20th, 2023, and October 15, 2023 to November 30th, 2023, and to further require the correction of any fire code violations and that food be available at a sandwich level, as opposed to offering solely snack foods during all times alcoholic beverages are sold. Motion made. Seconded by Keith. Any discussion? And who is here representing? Joshua Foreman. Josh, thank you very much.
I have one question. Can we put to rest that question so many people have? Do you serve alcohol on the beach? We do not. Thank you.
And that service area was in the application itself that was noted. That's a statement and a question all in the same breath. Yes. Motion made and seconded. Martha, how do you vote?
Aye.
Keith? Yes. Mark?
Aye.
I vote in affirmative as well. Passes 4-0. A motion would be in order to renew a Class BV license issued to On Island Entertainment Management, DBA, Captain Nick's, Plat 6, Lot 33-1, pursuant to a site plan on file pending receipt of Division of Taxation clearance, Department of Health clearance, and grant permission for Department of Health clearance, and grant permission for dancing, and to remain closed from October 11, 2022 to May 25, 2023, and to further require the correction of any fire code violations and that food be available at a sandwich level as opposed to offering solely snack foods during all times alcoholic beverages are sold. Thank you. Motion made and seconded. Is there a representative of Captain Nick's? Christopher Willie. Thank you very much for being here. Any discussion? Martha, how do you vote?
Aye.
Keith? Yes. Mark?
Aye.
I vote in the affirmative as well. Passes unanimously 4-0. Thank you, Chris. A motion would be in order to renew a Class BV license issued to Great Salt Pond Marina Manager LLC, DBA Champlin's Hotel, Marina and Resort, Plat 19, Lot 5, pursuant to a site plan on file and grant permission for dancing and to remain closed from December 1st, 2022 to May 26th, 2023, and September 17th, 2023, and to November 30th, 2023, and to further require the correction of any fire code violations and that food be available at a sandwich level as opposed to offering solely snack foods during all times alcoholic beverages are sold. Seconded by Keith. Is there a representative? Thank you. Elizabeth Connor, thank you very much for being here. Questions?
Just one comment. I want to thank Elizabeth and Champlins for being so receptive when we approached them on an issue over the summer. Thank you for doing that.
Motion made and seconded. Keith, how do you vote?
Yes.
Mark?
Aye.
Martha?
Aye.
I vote in the affirmative as well. 4-0, unanimous. Thank you, Elizabeth. Next, a motion would be in order to renew a Class BV license issued to Club Soda Inc., DBA Club Soda, Plat 17, Lot 7-2, pursuant to a site plan on file and grant permission for dancing to remain closed from December 1st, 2022, and to April 15th, 2023, and October 31st, 2023, to November 30th, 2023, and to further require the correction of any fire code violations and that food be available at a sandwich level as opposed to offering solely snack foods during all times alcoholic beverages are sold. Seconded by Keith. Anybody here from Club Soda? Kathleen McAloon, thank you. I won't even ask. Any questions? And I will, a little bit to your acknowledgement, I remember years ago when there were always discussions around Club Soda and all the things, and it's really nice to see things working very, very well there. Mark, how do you vote?
Aye.
Martha?
Aye.
Keith? I vote in the affirmative as well. Passes 4-0 unanimously. Thank you, Kathleen. A motion would be in order to renew Class BV license issued to Island Caterers, Inc., DBA Dead Eye Dick's Restaurant, Plat 5, Lot 66, pursuant to a site plan on file, pending receipt of Division of Taxation clearance and grant permission for dancing, and to remain closed from December 1, 2022 to May 24, 2023, and October 9th to November 2023 to November 30th, 2023, and to further require the correction of any fire code violations, and that food be available at a sandwich level as opposed to offering solely snack foods during all times alcoholic beverages are sold. Seconded by Keith. And is anybody here representing Dead Eyed Dick's? Jessica Vernowski. And you're, no, just, thank you very much, Jess. Any questions? Mark, how do you vote?
Aye.
Martha?
Aye.
Keith? I am in the affirmative as well. Thank you very much, Jess. Passes unanimously 4-0. Motion would be in order to renew a Class BV license issued to Eli's Restaurant, Inc., DBA Eli's Restaurant, Plat 6, Lot 111, pursuant to a site plan on file and grant permission to remain closed from December 1, 2022 to March 1, 2023, and November 19, 2023 to November 30th, 2023, and to further require the correction of any fire code violations and that the food be available at a sandwich level as opposed to offering solely snack foods during all times alcoholic beverages are sold. Keith? Second by Keith. Is there anybody representing the business? And you are? Mr. Martins, nice to meet you. Any questions? Martha, how do you vote?
Aye.
Mark?
Aye.
Keith? Yes. I vote in the affirmative as well. Passes 4-0 unanimously. Thank you very much, Brad. A motion would be in order to renew a Class BV license issued to Silna BI LLC, DBA Harbor Grill, Plat 6, Lot 107, pursuant to a site plan on file, pending receipt of site plan sign-off. What? Oh, did I skip?
It's further on. Keep going.
Sorry for the chatter. Pending receipt of site plan sign-off and signed application and grant permission to remain closed from October 1, 2022 to May 1, 2023, and to further require the correction of any fire code violations and that food be available at a sandwich level as opposed to offering solely snack foods during all times alcoholic beverages are sold. Keith. Seconded by Keith. Is anybody here representing Harbor Grill? Can you announce yourself, state your name? Thank you. Hans? Thank you very much.
And what's your position there?
Got it. Any questions?
Nice to meet you.
Keith, how do you vote? Yes. Mark?
Aye.
Martha?
Aye.
I vote as well, 4-0, passes unanimously. Thank you very much for being here. A motion would be in order to renew a Class BV license issued to Island Pond Inc., Island Pond, Plat 5, Lot 000, pursuant to a site plan on file and grant permission to remain closed from December 1, 2023 to May 19, 2023, and December 24, 2023 to November 30, 2023, and to further require the correction of any fire code violations and that food be available at a sandwich level as opposed to offering solely snack foods during all times alcoholic beverages are sold. Seconded by Keith. Is there a representative of the business here? Mr. Payne. Thank you very much for being here. Any questions? Keith, how do you vote? Yes. Martha?
Aye.
Mark?
Aye.
I vote in affirmative as well, and that passes 4-0 unanimously. Thank you very much, Sands.
I'm not going to lose this opportunity to say, I'm not even going to say how much the family misses Dad. The entire community misses you, Dad.
A motion would be in order to renew a Class BV license issued to Cecil's Black Rock Grill LLC, DBA Kimberly's, Plat 5, Lot 12, pursuant to a site plan on file, pending receipt of certificate of good standing from the Division of Taxation, and granting permission for dancing to remain closed from December 1, 2023 to May 15, 2023, and October 1, 2023 to November 30th, 2023, and to further require the correction of any fire code violations and that food be available at a sandwich level as opposed to offering solely snack foods during all times alcoholic beverages are sold. Seconded by Keith. Is there a representative? And you are? Kimberly Ward. Any questions? Mark, how do you vote?
Aye.
Martha?
Aye.
Keith? I vote in the affirmative as well. Thank you very much, Kimberly. It passes 4-0 unanimously. A motion would be in order to renew a Class BV license issued to Manasseh's Restaurant, Inc., DBA Manasseh's Restaurant, Plot 7, Lot 27, pursuant to a site plan on file and grant permission for dancing and to remain closed from December 1, 2022 to May 1, 2023, and October 1, 2023 to November 30th, 2023, and to further require the correction of any fire code violations and that food be available at a sandwich level as opposed to offering solely snack foods during all times alcoholic beverages are sold. Seconded by Keith. Is there a representative? Blake Filippi. Thank you very much for being here, Mr. Filippi. Questions? Martha, how do you vote?
Aye.
Keith? Yes. Mark?
Aye.
I vote in the affirmative as well. Thank you very much, Mr. Filippi, and we wish you good. A motion would be in order to renew a Class B license issued to Merkaloons, LLC, DBA Macaloons, Plat 5, Lot 9, pursuant to a site plan on file pending receipt of a certificate of good standing from the Division of Taxation and grant permission to remain closed from January 1, 2023 to March 1, 2023, and to further require the correction of any fire code violations and that food be available at a sandwich level as opposed to offering solely snack foods during all times alcoholic beverages are sold. Seconded by Keith. Is there a representative of Macaloons here? There you go. Again, thank you so much. Any questions? Keith, how do you vote? Yes. Martha?
Aye.
Mark?
Aye.
I vote in the affirmative as well. Thank you very much. Passes 4-0 unanimously. A motion would be in order to renew a Class BV license issued to KSR Enterprises, Inc., DBA Narragansett. Martha.
A motion be in order to renew a Class BV license issue, I'm sorry. Motion to be in order to renew a Class BV license issued to KSR Enterprises Incorporated, doing business as Narragansett Inn, Plat 5, Lot 69-1, pursuant to a site plan on file, pending receipt of Division of Taxation clearance and grant permission for dancing, and to remain closed from December 1st, 2022 to June 30th, 2023, and September 5th, 2023 to November 30th, 2023, and to further require the correction of any fire code violations and that food be available at a sandwich level as opposed to offering solely snack foods during all times alcoholic beverages are sold. And our representative this evening is, thank you, Seth. And a second by Keith. All in favor, Keith? Mark?
Aye.
I vote yes. So voted.
And that passes 3-1 with an abstention, and I'll sign the form later. All righty, we're on a roll. Wonder why Andre's not here. Motion would be in order, renew a Class BV license issue to Coastal Resorts International, Inc., DBA National Hotel Plat 6, Lot 117-2, pursuant to a site plan on file, and grant permission to remain closed from December 1, 2023 to May 19, 2023, and September 25, 2023 to November 30, 2023, and to further require the correction of any fire code violations and that food be available at a sandwich level as opposed to offering solely snack foods during all times alcoholic beverages are sold. Seconded by Keith. Is there a representative of the National Hotel here?
I am Julie Natalie.
Thank you, Julie, for being here. Any questions? Hearing none. Martha?
Aye.
Keith? Mark?
Aye.
I vote in the affirmative as well. Thank you, Julie. Passes 4-0 unanimously. Huh? A motion would be, motion.
Keith, yeah, Keith, Sam.
Hmm?
Or,
Oh, do I have to get up?
no, you can just
Good.
go to the table. A motion would be in order to renew a Class BV license issued to Humphreys Incorporated, doing business as the Orr, Plat 5, Lot 69, pursuant to a site plan on file, pending receipt of certificate of good standing from the Division of Taxation and grant permission for dancing to remain closed from December 1st, 2022 to May 1st, 2023, and October 1st, 2023 to November 30th, 2023, and to further require the correction of any fire code violations and that food be available at a sandwich level as opposed to offering solely snack foods during all times alcoholic beverages are sold. Thank you.
Second.
All in favor, Mark?
Aye.
Keith? Yes. I'm, aye. So voted.
3 and 1 abstention. A motion would be in order to renew a Class BV license issued to Old Island Pub LLC, DBA Old Island Pub, Plat 6, Lot 3-3, pursuant to a site plan on file, pending receipt of certificate of good standing from the Division of Taxation, and grant permission for dancing, and to further require the correction of any fire code violations, and that food may be available at a sandwich level as opposed to offering solely snack foods during all times alcoholic beverages are sold. Seconded by Keith. Is there a representative? Paige and Nat Gaffett. Alrighty, any discussion? I would like to make it noted to everybody here and that this is so far the one license that does not have closing dates, and it's nice to have a business open throughout the year. So thank you.
And I'll say one thing too, and to applaud and thank the owners for intervening and helping us out during the summer on an issue that occurred. Thanks again.
Martha, how do you vote?
Aye.
Keith? Mark?
Aye.
I vote in the affirmative as well. Passes 4-0 and unanimous. Thank you very, very much. A motion would be made in order to renew a Class BV license issued to Poor People's Pub of Block Island, Inc., DBA Poor People's Pub, Plat 6, Lot 3-2, pursuant to a site plan on file, and grant permission for dancing and to remain closed from December 1, 2022 to April 20th, 2023, and October 31st, 2023 to November 30th, 2023, and to further require the correction of any fire code violations and that food be available at a sandwich level as opposed to offering solely snack foods during all times alcoholic beverages are sold. Seconded by Keith. Is there anybody here from PPP? I'm going to just say it again. Anybody here from PPP? Okay, we will actually extend this to the next meeting. Do we need to make a motion
I'll
on that?
withdraw my second, you withdraw your motion.
No, motion, we're not going to vote on it.
Right. But we need to make a motion to continue it to the next.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Okay, the motion was withdrawn, and withdrawn second. You want to make a motion?
I'd make a motion to continue this application for Poor People's Pub Block Island to November 10th at 1 p.m.
Second?
Second.
Seconded by Mark. Any discussion? Martha, how do you vote?
Aye.
Keith?
Aye.
Mark?
Aye.
I'm in affirmative as well, and Millie, could you please make sure that they're here or somebody's here. Thank you very much. A motion would be in order to renew a Class BV license issued to Island Entertainment, Inc., DBA Springhouse Hotel, Plat 8, Lot 84-6, pursuant to a site plan on file, and grant permission for dancing and to further require the correction of any fire code violations, and that food be available at a sandwich level as opposed to offering solely snack foods during all times alcoholic beverages are sold. Seconded, is there a representative? And you are? Molly, thank you very much for being here. And
Molly, are you one of the managers? Okay, thank you.
And I will, like I did with the Old Island Pub, there are no dates of closure, and thank you very much for that year-round support. Any other questions, comments? Martha? How do you vote?
Oh, aye.
Keith? Mark?
Aye.
I vote in the affirmative as well. Thank you. It passes 4-0 unanimously.
Molly.
A motion would be in order to renew a Class BV license issued to Audino Inc., DBA Tigerfish, Plat 5, Lot 10, pursuant to a site plan on file, and grant permission to remain closed from December 1, 2022 to May 15, 2023, and October 15, 2023 to November 30th, 2023, and to further require the correction of any fire code violations, and that food be available at a sandwich level as opposed to offering solely snack foods during all times alcoholic beverages are sold.
See if anybody's
I
here.
think you want to continue.
Be sure no one's here.
Anybody
No one
here?
Texted anybody to get over here fast, I guess.
Uh,
You stand in for me, I'm like, I don't know, it's kind of.
No. You already did that once.
That's kind of why I made the statement very early, very early.
Why don't we, since there was no second, I'll withdraw the motion. And if somebody does get here, great. Otherwise, Keith, you,
I would make a motion to continue this application, Audino Inc., DBA Tigerfish, to November 10th at 1 p.m.
I second that. Motion made and seconded to extend to 11:10, 1 p.m. Mark?
Aye.
Martha?
Aye.
Keith?
Yes.
I'm an affirmative as well. If somebody could let them know, please, that would be great. Thank you. It's tough to read, no, just joking. A motion would be in order to renew a Class BV license issued to TMG BI Operating LLC, DBA TBD, Lot 6, Lot 157, pursuant to a site plan on file, pending receipt of Certificate of Good Standing from the Division of Taxation, Certificate of Good Standing from the Secretary of State, Health Department clearance, insurance certificate, site plan sign-off, and grant permission.
So that's gonna be another motion, the extended hours.
I know,
Yeah,
but those aren't, 11:30.
That's right.
Extended hours, 11:30 a.m. to 1 a.m. for dancing, and to remain closed from December 1, 2022 to April 30th, 2020.
No, I'm sorry. Extended hours, what is that?
They have the right under the statute to serve until 1 a.m. The matter later is asking for permission to be able to serve until 2 a.m.
Right, so why is this
But
here?
there's not extended hours, that's why I paused.
Oh, I see.
So it's not really extended hours, so I was gonna strike it,
Yeah,
because it's just regular hours.
that makes sense.
So,
Is there a
that's why I
reason
paused there.
That's there?
Is anybody here from, can you, oh, hey. So, at this point, by state law, you are able to remain open till 1 a.m. That's all I'm asking for. So can I will strike extended hours 11:30 to 1 a.m. from this, because you can already do it, right?
I don't know where the extended hours came from. I filled out 11:30 to 1 a.m. while I filled out.
Okay.
Yep.
Perfect. And is there a name yet? Has it come to you yet?
Has not, no.
Talk to Seth. A motion, that was a joke. A motion would be in order to, I'm going to reread it. A motion would be in order to renew a Class BV license issued to TMG BI Operating Company LLC, DBA TBD, Plot 6, Lot 157, pursuant to a site plan on file, pending receipt of Certificate of Good Standing from the Division of Taxation, Certificate of Good Standing from the Secretary of State, Health Department clearance, insurance certificate, site plan sign-off, and grant permission for dancing, and to remain closed from December 1, 2022 to April 30th, 2023, and October 2, 2023 to November 30th, 2023, and to further require the correction of any fire code violations and that food be available at a sandwich level as opposed to offering solely snack foods during all times alcoholic beverages are sold.
Second.
Seconded by Keith. And can you just restate, just so we have it on the record, your name?
TJ Martucci.
Thank you, TJ. Any questions, discussion? Keith, how do you vote?
Yes.
Mark?
Aye, good luck.
Martha?
Aye.
I vote in the affirmative as well, thank you, and yes. Perfect. A motion would be in order to renew a Class BV license issued to Cam Group, LLC, DBA Yellow Kittens, Plot 6, Lot 135, pursuant to a site plan on file pending receipt of certificate of good standing from the Division of Taxation, and to grant permission for dancing, and to remain closed from December 1, 2022 to May 1, 2023, and November 1, 2023 to November 30th, 2023, and to further require the correction of any fire code violations and that food be available at a sandwich level as opposed to offering solely snack foods during all times alcoholic beverages are sold. Seconded by Keith.
Second, sorry.
Is there a representative here from the Yellow Kittens? Kristen, thank you so much for being here. Any questions, discussion? Martha, how do you vote?
Aye.
Keith, how do you vote?
Yes.
Mark, how do you vote?
Aye.
I vote in the affirmative as well. That's unanimous, 4-0. Thank you very much, Kristen, for being here. All righty. That is the end of the liquor licenses. And there is no public hearing for extended hours.
There is or is there not?
There is not. I heard you want to stay, TJ?
We advertised it. Didn't we advertise it?
Yeah, because it was on the form. You can ask him to withdraw it.
Okay. Right now, the next on the agenda is TMG is applied or asked for extended hours, and there's a public hearing. You can withdraw that application, or we can have the public hearing that you don't want.
I'm approved from 11:30 to 1 like everybody else.
You are approved 11:30 to 1 like everybody else. Can you just, actually, can you do me a huge favor? Can you walk up to the microphone, state your name, and just say, I am withdrawing my application for a public hearing
TJ Martucci, withdrawing my application for a public hearing
for extended hours?
for extended hours.
Good, Millie? Works for me. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you. That is the end of the beverage license, but we need to act to set caps on the beverage license, Millie?
Yeah, annually. You act to do that annually. So
And
yeah, you do have those in front of you.
And this reflects what,
That reflects
Thank you.
the current license caps.
including
I get it.
four peoples, right?
Right.
Including four peoples and beverage.
Yes.
so just so everybody knows, the caps are by license. It's how many licenses can be had or are available to be had. And I think everything so far fits within those caps, right? And we have to have one on each license by state statute. I have to read this, don't I? Okay. A motion will be made to set the caps on the following license as follows. Class A, 2 licenses for a fee of $1,000. Class BV, 25 licenses at a fee of $2,000. BVL license, 3 of them for $1,500. BM license, BM class, 1 for $1,500. Class C license, 1 for $800. Class D license, 1 for $800. Class E license, 1 for $200. Class F license, unlimited for $15. Class F1 license, unlimited for $35. Class T license, 1 for $600. BH license, 1 for $500. Class F2 license, 1 for $35. Class G license, 1 for $100. Class GD license, 1 for $100. Class J, 1 free, no, to be determined. Class L license, 1 fee to be determined. Class K license, 1 $600. and Class ED license 1 for fee to be determined. That is the motion. Is there a second at the table?
Second?
Seconded by Keith. Discussion. There's going to be a quiz before you can leave as to what were the number, no, any questions?
And these are numbers set by state statute, is that correct?
That's correct.
And we're at
I'm sorry.
we're at the limit.
You're at the highest limit
Thank you.
For fees.
for fees.
Discussion?
We've got the Class As.
No, that just generally, because that, people always ask, why didn't you put it up? And the question is because we can't.
I'm hearing no discussion. Mark, how do you vote?
Aye.
Keith?
Yes.
Martha?
Aye.
I vote in the affirmative as well, and that passes as far as setting the caps on the beverage license. Okay. Now, on to outdoor entertainment. I'm sorry, yep, sorry, apologize.
I was just wondering if I would be able to address the letter that we sent to the town council about the new license.
That's upcoming.
It's coming up here.
Yep, we got your letter, Cindy.
Yep.
You bet.
What I'm wondering is, should we do that first? I'm going to, Millie, does it matter to you if I do that first, the letter, or should I go after?
You're welcome to do that.
Okay. Only because it covers a lot here. The town council, just so everybody knows, the town council received a letter dated November 2nd, 2022. And I'm reading this before we get into the outdoor entertainment, just out of respect for everybody that's sort of covered in this letter. This letter is written by Cindy Lasser, Bridget Price, Shirlene Goburn, Joe and Linda Buda, Marie Langdon, Petey Hunter, Beth Simpkins, Pam and Stuart Glenn, Stephanie Malik, and Melissa Pike. We are downtown neighbors that would like to weigh in concerning the loud outside entertainment impacting our neighborhood on summer weekends through Columbus Day. Music is played generally between 5 to 9 p.m. None of us begrudge any business from operating. We only ask for consideration to allow us to enjoy our space without interference. We respectfully ask, who from the town enforces our current noise ordinance? Is it the police? ? And are we expected to call the police when we think it is too loud, or do the police regularly check decibel levels? Marianne, from an enforcement point of view?
I would suggest they call the police department.
Yep. Call the police department, and my hope is to this group, Cindy and everybody, that the new police chief is in place in the next, or at least announced in the next few weeks. And I would urge, with Mr. Dean and the new chief to have a discussion once they're sort of settled, as we're going to go through with them everything from liquor licenses and how to help support sort of the overall improvement of the community, so you can do the same with noise. Go ahead. Cindy. Actually, if you're going to speak, if you can come up and if you can make it brief, that would be great.
Cindy Lasser. I also wanted to address it to Officer Dean about the decibel. Like, what do we do? We just, when we think it's too loud in our homes, that we can hear it through shut doors, music.
When you call the police department, we have decibel meters, and we actually go and take readings. And we were just looking on the noise complaint list, none of them that we received exceeded the decibel limits that were allowed by our town ordinance. And I do understand, living kind of close to something, sometimes things seem quite loud than what we would like them to be. But unfortunately, as I said, what we've done and looked at so far with the decibel meter, none of them exceeded the limits.
I just think it's interesting in the letter that we have neighbors from Pam Glen to
Yeah.
Island Blue Pottery, all the way down the road to, Petey. You know, it's a wide, you know, area.
So one thing you could do down the road, Cindy, or not down the road, but, is maybe talk to the council or ask the council if they want to consider decibel level discussions and that kind of thing. But I think at this point, for this meeting,
Well, I thought this was a perfect time to do it.
yeah,
because
no, and
it's
it's good to
really-
bring up. It's good to bring up. And I think now it's going to be about decibel levels, if that's an action.
I would
Beth?
also suggest that.
Sorry, just announce yourself for the,
Beth Russo, Executive Assistant to the Police Chief. I would also suggest that anyone that has a noise issue, call the police station. If you don't call, we don't know.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
And not the bio, you know, the one that we think is making too much noise.
no.
Yeah.
Well,
But-
you can have any discussion you want,
Right.
but I mean, from a complaint point of view,
Yeah.
my hope would be that if you call the proprietor, they would maybe address it if it is too loud. If it's not too loud, then it becomes a decibel issue, and then becomes what is the regulations?
I just, you know, want to be clear for everybody that has, you know, that are open late. It's not, Yellow Kittens and Nick's at night, we can't hear a thing. I don't know if that, it's just been so well insulated at this point, the business is, so I didn't want you to.
Right.
But it's just the outdoor sidewalk music. It's very loud.
Thank you. Thank you, Cindy.
Appreciate it.
And Cindy, not to pass the buck,
Yes.
but I have in front of me less than a dozen noise complaints, and most of them are not within downtown as we know it. So I guess you always see something, say something, well, hear something, say something if it's a concern.
I guess our point is it's not just on one side of town, it's on the
Right.
other side of town too, you know, it's sort of, we want to change our branding and our message, you know, I think we should
Yep.
just calm the whole thing down a bit.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Cindy.
you, Cindy.
Okay.
Going back to the liquor hearing.
Well, we could go back to the liquor hearing.
I apologize. I have no legitimate excuse.
Boy, that's refreshing to hear. Thank you.
Tiger, where was this?
Thanks, Ross.
Where are we here? White House. There it is. Tigerfish, right? A motion would be in order, we're going back just for 1 second. A motion would be in order to renew a Class B license issued to Audino Inc., DBA Tigerfish Plat 5, Lot 10, pursuant to a site plan on file, and grant permission to remain closed from December 1, 2022 to May 15, 2023, and October 15, 2023 to November 30th, 2023, and to further require the correction of any fire code violations and that food be available at a sandwich level as opposed to offering solely snack foods during all times alcoholic beverages are sold. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Keith. Discussion. Is there a representative of the business here? Could you state your name for public record?
My name is Ross Ladino.
Which one is
Sorry,
this
Ross, we had everybody announce themselves.
Which one is this for?
Tigerfish.
Okay.
Tigerfish. Okay?
You do Tigerfish first.
The Tigerfish first is what I did. Yes. Any questions?
Yeah, I'll take this time to applaud you and thank you again for this past summer where you worked with the town and took care of a notice of violation in a very swift amount of time. We appreciate that. Thank you.
Motion made and seconded. Keith, how do you vote?
Yes.
Martha?
Aye.
Mark?
Aye.
I vote in the affirmative as well. That passes 4-0 unanimously. And now, give me one more second here.
Page previous.
What page?
It's on page 6.
Page 507, 607. Sorry, I lost myself here. Or National Old Island Pub, Port Peel. Right? A motion would be in order to renew a Class BV license issued to Port People's Pub of Block Island, DBA Port People's Pub, Plot 6, Lot 33-2, pursuant to a site plan on file and grant permission for dancing to remain closed from December 1, 2022 to April 20th, 2023, and October 31st, 2023 to November 30th, 2023, and to further require the correction of any fire code violations and that food be available at a sandwich level as opposed to offering solely snack foods during all times alcoholic beverages are sold. Keith, second?
Second.
Seconded by Keith. And just for the record, is there a representative here of the business?
Yes, Ross Ladino.
Thanks, Ross. Any questions? Martha, how do you vote?
Aye.
Keith?
Yes.
Mark?
Aye.
I vote in the affirmative as well, 4-0, unanimous. Thank you so much. But we have to withdraw. Right, so now, is there a technical way to do this? Or can we just withdraw?
What if I make a motion, now that we've acted on those two, to withdraw the continuance of the licenses for Poor Peoples and Tigerfish?
Second. No?
Close enough. Well, I mean, I can move reconsideration. Yeah. I'd make a motion to reconsider, having been in the majority, make a motion to reconsider the action to continue the license hearings for Tigerfish and Poor People's Pub.
I revise my second for the consideration. Any questions? So basically what, Ross, just so you know, is we continued it to next week.
Yes, it's two
And now
steps.
that you got here, we have to figure out a way to unwind what we did. Right?
Yes.
Are you good, Millie?
Yes, you need to make two motions. First one is to
To consider, remove the consideration, right.
and then to act.
Martha, how do you vote?
Aye.
Keith?
Yes.
Mark?
Aye.
I vote as well. And now, Keith?
Well, given that we've granted the licenses, I guess I would make a motion to not continue those two licenses until November 11th.
Since granted.
Yes.
Second. Any discussion? Mark?
Aye.
Martha?
Aye.
Keith?
Yes.
I vote as well. Ross, thank you for getting here. Perfect, and we appreciate it. It's okay. It was the unwinding that got a little confusing because I probably should have done that before we granted the licenses. I got it, Millie. And we will go from there. Thank you so much. All right, entertainment licenses.
And is there anything preventing us from approving or disapproving as a whole, or?
Yes.
Shall
So
we-
I am going to, you're kidding me. Nothing. Somebody had left. I am going to remove Shoreham Inc. DBA Ballards Inn from the outdoor entertainment license renewals list because we already voted to do that on November 10th at 1 PM. Millie, is that correct?
You need to make the motion to continue it, please.
Okay, so but we did it before just for liquor?
You did it just.
Only liquor, so now we're gonna, okay. So I make a motion to continue the Shoreham Inc. DBA Ballards Inn outdoor entertainment license renewal to November 10th at 1 PM.
Second.
Good? Motion made and seconded. Questions? Martha, how do you vote?
Aye.
Keith?
Yes.
Mark?
Aye.
I vote as well. And yes. I can do them on NAS now, right?
But if you, spend what we had done last year, you had recused yourself,
Yeah. I could recuse myself from the whole thing and let Martha do it all, or Keith do it right now, and then you can do it as one fell swoop. I think that's a lot easier if we can do it really quickly. In 1 minute. So I'm going to recuse because a couple of them I have conflicts with, so Keith will do it as one fell swoop. Or Martha will, sorry. Martha.
I'd make a motion to grant outdoor entertainment licenses to Block Island Resorts, DBA 1661, Alto's Place Inc., DBA Alto's Restaurant and Pizza, ABN Inc., DBA The Atlantic Inn, Beachhead 2 LLC, DBA The Beachhead, 32 Dodge Street, Block Island Opco LLC, DBA Block Island Beach House, On Island Entertainment Management Inc., DBA Captain Nick's, Great Salt Lake Manasseh's Restaurant Inc., DBA Manasseh's Restaurant, Merkaloons LLC, DBA Macaloons, KSR Enterprises LLC, DBA Narragansett Inn, Coastal Resorts International Inc., DBA National Hotel, Humphreys Inc., DBA Dior, Old Island Pub LLC, DBA Old Island Pub, Island Pond Inc., DBA Payne's Dock, Poor People's Pub Block Island Inc., DBA Poor People's Pub, Island Entertainment Inc., DBA The Springhouse Hotel, Sean Kidlahan, DBA The Sullivan House, Audino Inc., DBA Tigerfish, and Can Group LLC, DBA Yellow Kittens.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Mark, how do you vote?
Aye.
Mark, Martha?
Aye.
I'm a yes. Tell Sven to come in.
Motion made, seconded, no, 3 to, with 1 abstention, Millie. I will fill that out.
And we have My Oyster.
Millie, are you ready to do My Oyster, or do you want to do TMG?
You can move on to, you can do, go ahead and do TMG. They're missing from this agenda here, so I'd like to just go ahead and have you
Issue.
continue, maybe,
Continue it till
Just
10?
put it on the next agenda, since they're not here,
Yeah,
there's
but
nothing we can move.
right, and if you could go ahead and just continue it, although it's not on the agenda to
Yeah.
continue.
Yeah,
Just
So-
put it on the agenda.
next agenda.
Yeah.
Can you give, are you okay to have TJ not attend next week, because it was an error on our part?
I'd be fine with that.
Yeah.
TMG, are
Yeah.
you comfortable with that?
Yep. So on the agenda for December 10th at 1 PM, there will be a outdoor, November 10th, sorry. There will be an outdoor entertainment TMG agenda item, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you very much.
Yeah, just
Sorry
go
about
off
that.
this agenda.
Outdoor entertainment, next on the agenda, outdoor entertainment license, a new application. A motion be in order to grant the outdoor entertainment license in accordance with the Town of New Shore ordinances and application on file for My Oyster, 113 Cornet Road, Plat 5, Lot 003-04-03. Is anybody here representing that business? Let me just repeat this. Is anybody here representing My Oyster for an entertainment license for this year?
I'd make a motion not to approve.
I am right there too. So I had a number of questions, but give me 1 second here. Where'd Millie go?
Your motion hasn't been seconded, by the way.
Right. But it, to grant outdoor entertainment license. But the question is, do we need to have a public hearing before the granting? So my question to you is there a need for a public hearing, or this is the public hearing of this granting or not granting?
I think that you're
We're in a public hearing. so-
yeah, you're holding the public hearing, and then you're going to act under the public hearing, so you won't ask for any public comment.
Yeah. So motion was made for My Oyster, 113 Cornet Road, Plat 5, Lot 003-04-03, for an outdoor entertainment license, and by Mark and Melissa Phillip. So the motion's made. Is there a second?
I'll second for discussion.
Okay, seconded for discussion. And no one is here representing that business. The materials all show that they sent out notices to the abutting neighbors, and I believe we received a letter.
We received two letters, one in opposition and one requesting contingencies on the license.
Okay, and we can see about that. Any discussion among the council about the My Oyster application?
My opinion, we have a well-established, two well-established areas for outdoor entertainment, Old Harbor and New Harbor, largely. And I think this is an extension of that area that I would not support.
So this is technically in a mixed-use zone, just making sure everybody hears that, in a mixed-use zone, and there is no outdoor entertainment there, and there is no liquor licenses at the My Oyster. Any other, Martha or Mark?
Yeah, I didn't come here prejudged on this one. I was waiting to hear input from the applicants, how they could address pretty much the preamble to an outdoor entertainment license. And I need to know what their precautions were for ordinlessness, safety, and public traffic in that and around that establishment. And without an applicant being here and satisfying me with that information, I cannot vote in favor of it.
Martha, any comment?
I feel the same way as Mark and as Keith, and I, furthermore, because it is a new application, I'm not as inclined to continue it with the hope the applicant will get here before the meeting's over. He's not even looking at me.
And Ross did smile, he did smile.
Well, he got here.
Okay.
He got here. And so we have no one to ask questions of, and again, as it is a new application, there should have been, and there's no, I don't believe there was any narrative provided either.
No. Millie, just from a process point of view, do we need to vote to not, or to vote on it, or?
You should vote.
Thank you. So motion made and seconded by Mark. All those in, how do you vote, Keith?
No.
How do you vote, Martha?
I vote no in the absence of any compelling, of any narrative, any explanation, any
Mark, how do you? Oh,
representation.
sorry. I apologize.
Any representation.
Mark, how do you vote?
No.
I vote no as well, for the very fact that there is no representation and no documentation in the application as to the plan, not just for safety, but for noise management and community management. And based on the letters that we've received, I vote no. So that is denied 4-0 unanimously for the My Oyster outdoor entertainment license. Any other discussion, questions? If not, I make a motion to end the public hearing by the Liquor Commission.
Hi, Keith. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
James, could you just continue the public hearing
Oh,
to?
yep, you said that before. Sorry, Nick asked that before. So why don't we continue
Ask to remind us.
the public hearing of the New Shore Board of License Commissioners? Everybody, seconded by Keith to continue, and basically that's a continuance to the November 10th at 1 p.m. meeting, which you are all invited to. Mark, how do you vote?
Aye.
Martha?
Aye.
Keith? I vote as well. Anything else, James and Nick?
No, thank you. That's it.
Thank you guys very much. Thank you all very much for coming.
Thank you.
And we appreciate it. Thank you.
Get your tracksuit on, go.
Oh, motion to adjourn? Seconded by Keith. Martha?
Ross.
Mark, how do you vote?
Aye.
I vote as well.